Let's go live now to Canberra. The Education Minister Dan Tehan joins us. Concerns about Chinese espionage. That's what you'll be discussing today, Minister. How concerned are you?
So I had a meeting with Vice-Chancellors 2 weeks ago where we discussed cyber security and foreign interference. We agreed there we would put in place best practice regulations on both areas, and so what we're doing today is we're beginning detailed discussions around those best practice regulations, and I hope we'll have a draft to discuss again next week when I meet with Vice-Chancellors.
Is there really a need to do this quite quickly? If this is something that has been encroaching for quite some time, what is the risk?
Well, we want to make sure when it comes to cyber security, obviously, that the university sector is doing everything that it can to protect the information that it holds. And look, they've been taking steps. But as we know with cyber security, if you're standing still in this area, you're going backwards. You've got to keep ahead of the game. The threat continues to evolve. And when it comes to foreign interference as well, we want to make sure, following the legislation the government put in place last year, that the university sector is doing it all it can to ensure that there's no foreign interference occurring on university campuses. And we want to work cooperatively and collaboratively with the sector on this. And so far, the discussions have been very much along those lines.
Is part of the problem here universities' over-reliance on Chinese students? They pay big fees. Are universities too captured by that?
Well, the Chinese student market accounts for 30% of all foreign students, and there are, India, Nepal, Latin America. We'd love to see more students coming from the European continent, for instance. So the more diversity in your market, obviously, the stronger you are against headwinds which might impact from one particular region. But when it comes to all our export industries, this is something that they have to balance the whole time. But we also have to make sure that we understand that currently Australia is getting over $35 billion in export income from foreign students, and also that's creating 240,000 jobs. It's actually an incredible success story when it comes to our services
Given
exports.
That $35 billion though, Dan Tehan, has the government been asleep at the wheel as well when it comes to allowing our university sector to be so reliant on overseas students, and the government too? This is one of our biggest services export. It's worth billions to the economy every year.
It is, but there's not an over-reliance. If you look at the 7 universities that are mentioned in this report today, I just want to give you a little bit of an understanding. They have a combined net operating surplus of over $900 million, and they have net assets of $22 billion. So these are organisations which have set themselves up financially over many years and are balancing their financial responsibilities incredibly well when it comes to foreign students.
Dan Tehan, appreciate your time this morning.
Pleasure, Laura.